Hello and welcome to a new episode of Sustainable Conversations. In the second part of my conversation with Burges Salmon, I'll be speaking to the head of corporate responsibility, Kirsty Greenman, on how law firms can really walk the talk and become more sustainable. So Kirsty is responsible for framing and driving Burges Salmon responsible business agenda and contributing to the firm's work on ESG, net zero, and inclusive employment. In addition to leading on the firm's own ESG performance, she collaborates with clients as a senior sustainability professional. She is also a pension trustee and held positions on a number of non-for-profit boards. Kirsty has over 20 years international business experience, holds an MBA from the Cranfield School of Management, and is a fellow both of the Institute of Environmental Management and Assessment and the Institute of Corporate Responsibility and Sustainability. She was named ESG Officer of the Year and at the Women in Governance, Risk and Compliance Awards in 2021, was an SDG Pioneer finalist in 2022 with the UN Global Compact UK, and was also shortlisted at the Women, Influence and Power in Law UK Awards 2023 for ESG Initiative of the Year. So thank you so much, Kirsty, and welcome. Without further ado, I'll just go straight in with my first question for you. So why is implementation of net zero and ESG initiatives so important?
Well, first of all, really delighted to join this session and share some perspectives. So in terms of ESG and net zero, I mean, it's really a reflection of how the world is changing. And there's so many drivers, whether that's attraction of talent, being able to win business, resonating with clients. And also, I mean, it's very much responding to the sustainability challenges we've got, as we face as the world. And also there's increasing legislative requirements as well. So it really makes sense to embrace net zero and ESG to be a successful business, a successful law firm.
And what changes can law firms make to create a more sustainable workplace?
Well, I'm sure, as Mike pointed out, it's really important to demonstrate, understanding by doing that, walking the talk. And I think it's important to have professional advice and expertise, and that can be whether that's in-house or perhaps using consultants or best practice reference points. For example, there's the business in the community, responsible business network, things like the UN Global Compact. And there's various accreditations, so whether that's ISO 14001 for building an environmental management system. So I'd really sort of look to those good practice approaches to help guide law firms. And I think as well, it's really important for everyone in the law firm to have the opportunity to get involved. And it's important in terms of the partnership that they set the tone and lead by example as well.
Thank you. And what would be your key takeaway point that businesses should really consider to achieve net zero ambitions?
Well, first of all, it's understand what net zero is and understand there's a lot of terminology around the climate agenda and carbon. So understanding what scope 1 is, what scope 2 is, what scope 3 is. And there's, again, good practice guidance in terms of, example, setting science-based targets. Setting out that ambition in terms of the near term, in terms of what can be achieved in terms of reductions. And through our own experience of setting science-based targets, it really came to light the importance of scope 3, and in particular the supply chain, where previously we'd very much focused on what we were consuming in terms of electricity and gas in our own offices. And that real importance of engaging suppliers in the net zero agenda as well.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Kirsty. I really appreciate your time today. It's been really interesting to chat with you.
No, I'm delighted to be here. Thank you.